What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka I already know who it is. Trigger Ranking Man. Trigger Man himself. Hey, I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification bell. Hold on 1 second.
You are watching a master at work. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
Oh, what's up? Jenna, uh, Opera, what up? What's up? What's up? VIP, what's up? What's up? Hey, where y'all tapping in from?
And I knew right from the start I was too much. I'm closer than you think to the stars. Nigga, look up. No need to act these hoes. I simply tell them that they hate.
Into the nighttime. For walk into the nighttime. For walk. Yeah, they messing with the live. I don't know what's going on with the live. I'm trying to get it to stay steady, but it's acting up. Oh, happy birthday. Say, how old are you today? From Macau? Macau? What country is that? I'm in America though.
Manner of death, and if so, a lot of questions leading up to a major hearing on the horizon. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Forensics, analyzing the science, the body, the crime scene. It is the key to so many cases that we have covered here, and I think it is going to play a massive role in the David case. But I want to better understand it. I want to better understand how the potential evidence may tie to the singer. What autopsy, the alleged crime scene, the evidence tell us or not tell us? How is the defense?
This is horrible. I mean, they just play with her body like it was trash, bro. And now David is in jail for it. Thank God.
Going to be fighting back on
this.
I'm talking, of course, about the 21-year-old romantic homicide section with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was found dead, reportedly in David's Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard back on September 8th of last year. He's entered a not guilty plea. He's innocent until proven guilty. There is a preliminary hearing scheduled for the prosecution will present not all the evidence, but what they will say is sufficient evidence to support these charges to move forward. I want to understand the forensics. Okay, I want to bring on Joseph Scott Moore, forensic investigator from Jacksonville State University, host of the Body Bags podcast. Hope everybody can check it out. Joseph Scott, the best voice possible. I think in general for the podcast, Ronald, but also particularly for that show. Thank you so much for taking the time. So I did a short opening so I could have a lot of time with you because I don't know if you and I even talked about the medical examiner's report of the autopsy here on Sidebar. Just general impressions about that, because I do wonder, it tells us a lot, but then there's aspects of it I do wonder, how do investigators, how do authorities know this? So for example, in their brief, how do they know that? How do they know that? And I also wonder specifically, if I'm correct, they don't have the murder weapon.
No, to the best of my knowledge, they don't tell you. As an old investigator, you know where to get that kind of information from. It's not from the perpetrator. To say someone stands there and watches an individual bleed out.
Somebody had to witness that.
And that's one thing that's left me.
Somebody had to see that shit. So somebody already telling on this man. I mean, that's how he got locked up first off. He should have been locked up because he basically committed one of the stupidest crimes you probably could have committed. You left the body of a child in your car that was unalive, and that shit was just stupid, bro. But yeah, I want to see David go to jail. It said Gunna or Lil Baby. Gunna or Little Baby. I gotta say now one. No Gunna, no Baby. I'll say Andre 3000. I'm an old school ATLian, bro. I've been in Atlanta for a long time.
Huge leap. If you're talking about an investigative descriptor, that is such a leap to make that affirmative statement, because I can tell you when their feet are put to the fire relative to any kind of trial that's going to come about, that question is going to be asked and it is going to have to be answered. You said in the report right here that he stood there while she bled out. So unless they have internal cameras that bore witness to this, unless there was something that was caught on a Tesla. That's the only other path I can really go down relative to that.
Unless they're just assuming this based on the idea of, look, we can say sharp instrument was used, and so we are saying, of course, he stabbed her, and if he stabbed her, of course, he just waited for her to bleed out because he allegedly called 911 or authorities, and so that's what they're assuming. But you're saying, in your experience, they shouldn't or wouldn't make that statement. There was no need to make that statement unless they have some sort of information.
Yeah, man, it's just such a huge leap, to go down that road. For me, and I'm going to tell you that is going to have to be revealed in court. And as well as anybody, that you cannot just kind of, in some kind of pedestrian manner, just go by and say, yeah, well, this is what happened. You're going to have to explain that. I mean, because people are going to want to know. This is arguably one of the most gruesome things that we've covered in some time. And I'm not saying it doesn't matter what people think, but like in forensic science, we like to deal with the facts. We like to deal with absolute.
Yeah, this shit, but the facts about this case, somebody told on David. Somebody is talking to the people, spoke to people close to him about this case.
Is when you get inside the courtroom, you have to state facts of the case. And this is what they're saying is a fact of the case. So I'm going to be fascinated to see how this is explained, because I don't know, man. Inquiring minds want to know, right?
Inquiring minds want to know.
FBI, open up!
This goes to another part, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, talk to Steve, very graphic crime, stabbing and dismemberment. So the reason I'm bringing this up, Steve has put forward this idea, a question or not.
And like that, we back. Hold on, y'all trying to get this thing to play. This video to play. Give me a second.
Unblock me VPN. Fast secure VPN.
The prosecution's filing, and then I'll read you what Steve said. Despite knowing she was dead and her family was trying to find her, the evidence will show the defendant lied and claimed he didn't know where she was. In fact, the defendant drove to Santa Barbara County immediately after the victim died, attempting to dispose of her property and destroy evidence. At approximately 11:30 p.m. on April 23rd, 2025, he drove away from his home as he texted and called the victim's phone, asking where she was. Again, these were acts calculated and planned to set up his defense within a...
Hold on, y'all. Damn, the video stopped. Hold on a second. Law and crime. Where y'all tapping in from, man? City, state, Providence, country. Let me know where y'all tapping in from, man. I'm trying to run it maybe an hour tonight.
2025. Drove away from his home as he texted and called the victim's phone, asking where she was. Again, these were acts calculated and planned to set up his defense within a very short timeline after the victim's vicious murder. Defendant drove his Tesla north on the 101 freeway to San Marcos Pass Road, SR 154, near Lake Cachuma in Santa Barbara County. He returned home early the following morning on April 24, 2025, before going to a radio interview for the release of his album that week. He sent 2 additional texts to the victim's phone that day, which obviously went unanswered because she was already dead. After April 26, 2025, defendant never attempted to contact her again. May 8, 2025, defendant returned to the same area in Santa Barbara County, leaving his home at around 11:30 p.m. He returned to the area again on May 31st, 2025. This is an isolated site off SR 154, where the victim's identification was subsequently discovered in January 2026. Additionally, on July 7, 2025, defendant ordered and subsequently Amazon delivered a bird cage to his home under the same fake name as part of his plan to incinerate evidence. Defendant's cellular activity and communications derived from defendant's phone and Tesla demonstrate defendant's activities from April 22nd to April 24th, including a trip to Santa Barbara in the middle of the night after the victim arrived at his Hollywood Hills home. Steve Fisher posted, "Can't stop thinking about the timeline of the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez," and put forward in the pre-trial brief. Could the 10:30 p.m. where RU text messages actually be real and not a staged alibi? Could Celeste have walked away after an argument upon arriving?
Does it look like I'm drunk? Wow.
Uber. Maybe those texts from David asking where she was were real, and after he didn't receive a response, he went looking for her, found her, and they ended up driving to Santa Barbara County where the killing actually occurred.
Area, why not just do it on bear? Or thinking as a forensics guy, I'm trying to understand the utility of all of this. It seems like you're really using you in the universal sense here. You're really going a long way around the barn here in order to facilitate, the killing and dismemberment. So I honestly, I don't know. It's
right.
It's baffling to me.
Well, look, I think the purchase history is quite damning for him. Look, he's innocent, so he's guilty, but the idea of they can track the purchase and when he allegedly made these purchases and what the items were and where they arrived, and if they're able to allegedly track his movements and the Santa Barbara, the cell phone. But I think the idea also, and I thought this was significant, the filing says that he lied to friends, business associates, and others about the strong smell of decay in and around the home and the car. And TMZ published this video, and I don't know if July 4th, 2025 live stream, so it was a murder. And according to a prosecutor brief, that was only a few weeks later, July 29th, when, quote, the surveillance video and other evidence confirmed defendant was the last person to drive the vehicle on July 29th, 2025.
Somebody else gonna get locked up behind this shit too, though. FBI, open up! Got to.
Before he left Los Angeles on a concert tour, not entirely clear, maybe someone else could have picked up the car. But anyway, in this clip, David appears to be with Neil Langston, appears to be with someone named Sukana, and he apologizes for the way his bathroom smells, says it was because he had gone to the bathroom 2 hours earlier. I mean, could very well be it, but if there was potentially this smell, it does beg the question about
Hold on, y'all.
I have always mistaken intensity for intimacy.
Hi.
For
Bad too. Chud is having a very bad day. All the clips of him going around trying to antagonize black people by calling them the N-word from last night is finally hitting the timeline, and they all make him look like an absolute fool. People are finally figuring out how to deal with him, and it's not making him look good. Chud walks up to a black police officer and another black man, and he tries his hardest to antagonize him. He tried everything in his power to get them to act out of character.
Got your body cam on? No? I want to know what y'all were talking about before I walked over here. You've been saying it here the whole time in your live stream. What's he videoing me for? You don't know? Anything malicious? You sure you didn't say nothing? Here's that. Is that what he said? Huh? You don't got nothing to say though. All right, well, God bless you. Hey, keep the street safe. White monster! That's why he's not tripping out. That'll do it. Black guys need to drink a white monster. It'll make them mature, it'll give them a good job, and it'll be a productive member of society. White monster, we're gonna give a sponsorship one day. Oh, the cop with the white monster's base. That
Hold on, y'all, coming right back.
what? He didn't want nothing to say. Look, it's the
Absolutely foolish. You know, he took the walk of shame after none of his antics where he yelled the N-word possibly about like 5 or 10 times within that like 45-second clip I just showed y'all. It had no reaction whatsoever. He walked away, and he was even forced to say the C word for white folks, right, as he walked away trying to make jokes. Yo, the level of fiending he was doing, trying to find an interaction, it was like watching a crack addict who haven't had crack in like 45 seconds. I need it. I need it. He was acting out of character and out of body, trying to get anybody to react in any manner so he could have a clip. Black folks was not giving him any clips last night at all. And you know why? Because the last stream or video he did when he got spat on and slapped by, you know, like the black dudes, he wanted to use that stream as a reason to be violent with black people. He even posted afterwards the grand finale is gonna be him murdering a black person, getting away with it while black people protested. So he went back out to try to get us acting a fool so he could justify victimizing us. It didn't work. It didn't happen at all. Sorry. He even went up to some like 6'9" black guy. Bro, Buddy was like an older black dude, like late 40s, early 50s. And he didn't say the full N-word, right? But, you know, he said something racist as well. The black guy looked at him like, and he looked even foolish.
6'9". You know why black guys are so tall? Because they're Negroes. Because they're Negroes. Oh, that's funny. The liberal girls don't like that good though. My dad told me that like first grade. That's the
And this shit. Hey, bro, this shit funny, bro. Like, bro looking for so much attention to where it's like, it's sad, bro. It's like, we know you racist, bro. Okay, all right. You want a cookie, nigga? Cause you racist? Oh, Poor little thing. He can't get no
The interesting part about this and why it was so sweet last night was his whole strategy is he wants to go out, says the word, record black folks, spaz it out, and then say, you see, they want to murder me because I'm just saying the word. That didn't work. As a matter of fact, it was actually the opposite effect. The only people who crashed out, who attacked him, who did something to him, were white folks. And I was not surprised at all. There's some white folks out here who would chin check you fast as hell for being racist around them. They not going for none of that. But Chud felt safe. He felt safe being racist around white folks. But some of these white folks, man, was standing.
Damn. You know you fell when the white folks say you need to shut the fuck up. Yeah, he like, what's up, Chud? What you got going on, Chud? Come on, Chud. Damn,
With their black brothers and sisters, man. Now, I'm not going to show certain things they did, right? Because if Chud is calling the police on, I'm not about to show certain crap they did. I'm going to show the aftermath. There's one white brother, right? When Chud came around saying the N-word out loud, Chud did not a goddamn thing, right?
It's on live stream. Clip it, send it to my DMs, chat. I got chat. I'm out here. Get out of the stage. Don't come up to me. Come up to me. In my face. I didn't do anything. Get out of my face. Somebody arrest him.
Yeah, he doing some wild shit, Ray. He doing some wild shit.
You see what I'm saying? I'm walking away, dude. I mean, because he's a pussy. That wasn't him. Yeah. Give me a second. This guy just threw me.
I love that interaction so much because Chud is trying to Karen the white dude, then the white dude started out Karen him on behalf of the brothers, man. All right, the white dude, oh, that's a salt truck, that's a salt truck. Right? Man, you.
Damn. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay off of that until I get back to the regularly scheduled program. So sorry about that, y'all. Damn. All right, hold on.
AI photo generator. Use Lab AI.
Felt safe. He felt safe being racist around white folks. But some of these white folks, man, was standing with their black brothers and sisters, man. Now, I'm not going to show certain things they did, right? Because if Chud is calling the police on, I'm not about to show certain crap they did. I'm going to show the aftermath. There's one white brother, right? When Chud came around saying the N-word out loud, he threw some things at Chud. And you know what Chud did? Not a goddamn thing. All right, Chud came back and threatened to call the police.
It's on live stream. Clip it, send it to my DMs, chat. I got
Send it to my DM.
I'm out here. Get out of the stage. Don't come up to me. Come up to me. In my face. I didn't do anything.
You got white people picking at you for calling black people the N-word. All right, we're going to shout out to the Chrome Boys Podcast and Sonic Wednesday. I'll check them out, man. I don't even know where y'all live, but I'll check
Get
them
out of my
out.
face. I will defend myself. Somebody arrest him. His ass, he just look at all this. You see what I'm saying? I'm walking away, he threw me because he's a pussy. That wasn't him. Bro, Yeah. Give me a second. This guy just threw at me.
I love that interaction so much because Chun is trying to Karen the white dude, then the white dude started out Karen him on behalf of the brothers, man. All right, the white dude. Oh, that's a salt truck. That's a salt truck. Right? Man, you're man. Using his white privilege for good. That's how you use your white privilege for good, man. All right? You throw some stuff at him. All right? And then when he gets in your face and pushes, oh, that's a salt truck. That's a salt. I got it on camera, Chun. You assaulted me. Shout to white brother, man. But here is Chun telling his butt off. But you know what's crazy too, though? The white man, all right, threw stuff at Chun, victimized Chun, and you know what Chun did? Chun ran to the brown brother to get him justice. Yo, bro, the irony writes itself, man.
Literally, it's all on camera. Guys, this guy right here yelling. He just threw all this food on the back of my shirt as I'm walking away.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Can you get it out? Thank you. The guy just threw. We got these dipping out on us. You got mine. I just talked to you guys last night. I don't know if I got it on me. Yeah, I know. Go get him, bro. That's the dude that. We got officers talking with him. That guy right there. There's a guy with a cowboy hat.
I understand the officer got to do his job. He got to investigate. You know, he got to technically, if somebody is reporting a crime, he got to do his due diligence. But if I'm an officer and I pull up and I see Chud telling me somebody threw food on him and he wants the person arrested, man, I'm looking at you, man, all right, bro. Man, man, I can't be a police officer, bro. You know, their jobs is hard, man. Yo, you got to look out, investigate, and protect people that you don't like. You got to protect the racists if you are a police officer because it's your job. I'm not that strong, bro. I'm sorry, I'm just not, man. All right. Now, the next time somebody got in Chud's face, again, it wasn't a black woman.
Damn. So Chud gonna keep going until somebody gonna bust his ass. They're gonna bust his ass. For real.
It wasn't a black man. No, it was actually a British woman, I believe. It was a woman from the UK. She checked Chud. Again, just going against Chud's propaganda. Chud propaganda was to showcase how black folks be acting up. But the only people who acted up and attacked him and got in his face were white people last night.
Me and more.
You just hate to rage white people.
Oh no, we're here to bring freedom of speech back.
Okay.
You're in America. Don't come to my country talking. You heard me? Freedom of speech. You're in America. Respect our land. Respect our land. Respect our land. I don't give a f*** you in. Hey, live on camera. Where we're at? What? America? Stupid. Yeah, that's not where we're at. It's America. We're in America. Hey, let that UK know.
Why are these black people trying to talk to me, man? I'm trying to figure this shit out. They got black people walking up there, just fucking, I don't know who the fuck he was.
Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. Come on, do something. I'll spray you quick. Come over here.
Damn, Shawty finna get in that nigga shit, like.
Respect American value. That's what I thought. No.
They came from Britain to tell this man that he was a fucking loser.
Trump's respect America. She got a face full of bear mace. I love you, babe. She wants it.
Let's pause this this right here because what's going on is truly absurd. So the white woman just got in the field over Chud disrespecting black people. She got
up her buddy face. She was like, bro, we ain't even on that type of time. She like, are you here to rage bait? She goddamn called this motherfucker out.
Field for us. You know who's on the sidelines celebrating Chud, showing love to Chud, being fans of Chud?
Nobody.
You know who's on the sidelines doing that? Other minorities. And I'm saying minorities because I can't tell what they are. Like, I don't know if they're like, right? Like, you know, like Iranian, Arabs, or you feel me? Or like if they're Hispanic, I don't know what they are. But they're minorities. So
I thought that was a black
the
woman.
white woman is sticking up for black people while other minorities is cheering on Chud for disrespecting black people. Chud really got his wake-up call yesterday. See, most of the white people he went up to wasn't with that racist stuff. Now, some were. Right, some was taking pictures, like cheering him on, which is expected. But the one moment that really turned a lot of people against Chud, even people who, at some point, right, like was pro Chud, right? You know, the racists, the deplorables, and the Uncle Toms. This interaction he had with this older white man really turned a lot of people against Chud. Because this was just cruel and despicable at all levels.
How's it going, sir? God bless you. How you doing? I'm doing all right. You're the guy you own the honky tonk?
Nope, I'm just one of the folks who work here.
They won't let me in here.
They won't. Why not?
Because I said the N-word on the internet. Now they say I'm just an un-American person because I believe in freedom of speech. Isn't that crazy?
Well, considering that two of my boys are black, I can understand that.
Why does that matter?
It does, I don't like it. It's good to
You don't like freedom of speech
Damn,
either?
but hey, the old white man told her, hey, bro, get the fuck on, bro. Damn. Old white man told the folk from around here, bro. Fuck around here, bro.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to jail? Look at him. They're gonna waddle over to the cop. Considering two of my boys are black.
Obviously, I muted it, but he said the hard R in that interaction after the white man told him my two boys are black. He still said the N-word. Yeah, people see that interaction was like, bro, why would you do this to like an older white dude who's working, trying to have right, like who's just working, like trying to probably make a living, and you do that to him? Why? But it's interactions like this. And another interaction where he's going to like homeless people and like demanding that they let him say the N-word if they want the food he got, right? That's really making even the racist say, bro, this guy is not one of us. He is despicable. Like the king of the racists, Nick Fuentes, he condemned Chud today completely. And Chud damn near had a breakdown on stream once Nick Fuentes denounced him because Nick Fuentes is Chud's hero. But here's what Nick Fuentes has to say about Chud.
Pepper spraying a mud shot W. Would you collab with Chud?
Pepper spraying a mud. I didn't see that. No, I don't like all that. It's too mean-spirited. You know, it's one thing to have our politics, but then going around and
Yeah, you got racists that don't want to be racist with you. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
antagonizing people, I'm not in favor. I don't like that. It's not nice.
An exception. Is it any surprise that these weirdos like Chuck Builder and Hanson Truth got exposed as cross-dressing homosexuals? They aren't intelligent or productive, only famous for being rambunctious.
I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. That's not the issue. I mean, that would be an issue, but the issue is like the stuff that they're doing is just, to me, it's not nice. I don't believe in that. Okay. And I saw Chud the Builder got a little bent out of shape about what I said. I don't think I said anything derogatory. I don't like that approach. That's not my approach. It's one thing to be vicious to the people in the arena. You want to be vicious to Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin. That's fair game. They're in the arena, but I really don't like that approach of antagonizing people in public. I just don't. I just don't like that in general, not even just for politics, but I think that people have enough on their plate. You don't know what people are going through, and people have enough problems. People are trying to get to work, or they're trying to do their thing, or they got something on their mind. I don't like that people are out there bothering everybody. I don't like that in general, whether it's prank channels, political stuff. I don't like that. So I just think that's wrong. I think it's unethical. That's not my MO. I don't like these streams where you go and become a public nuisance, or you go and antagonize people, or you try and instigate a fight, or I don't like that. I don't like mean-spirited stuff.
I just think it was stupid. I think he is being stupid and misled. And if he's not being misled, then he's being disingenuous. I mean, see, that's the only other option. Either he knows what I'm going through and he realizes it, but I don't think that. I really don't think that. I think he's just seen the clips. I think he's a busy guy. But at the same time, he's being ignorant. He's not thinking about all the times he said the same, oh my gosh, all people ever say about me is I'm just too mean. Yeah, you did your job, okay? You set the Overton window here. And you got a lot of browns and a lot of blacks on your side. Good job. And the browns and blacks are cool with the movement. Sorta. Except for this one little detail. We're cool with you guys and oh man, we don't Israel, you know what I'm talking about? But man, you white, better not say that or I'll kill you. Is that America? Is that the America we're creating? If so, I'm starting my own groypers. If that's the case,
Chud is screaming at the groypers, which is a movement, again, started by Nick Fuentes, that he was once begging to be a part of. He was once DMing all of Nick Fuentes' friends, asking if Nick Fuentes knows who he is, and Nick Fuentes can show him love. Now he's saying F him, because even the most despicable people on the internet, I'm talking about the bottom of the freaking crevice, the most despicable, racist, evil human beings on the planet, Nick Fuentes and the Gropers, even they're saying, Chud, you're too despicable, evil, and racist for us. We can't rock with you.
Damn.
That says a lot, bruh. Where do you go from here, man? Where do you go from here? If even your own homies is saying, we not rocking with you, you is not one of us. Now, Chud, goes off on Nick further, even saying something just very delusional. Chud then goes on to say that he's about to surpass Nick Fuentes, that what he's building is about to go to the moon. And I'm just saying back, dude, Chud really believes in his heart of hearts that what he's doing, that there's any type of long-term sustainability here. So you're gonna crash and burn.
Blatantly started breaking the law, saying we're gonna kill you and anyone who associates with you. Did my company start to suffer? It's the only time. And even through that, I'm on top. Who won? Who's winning? Just wait, this is season 1. I'm not gonna sit behind my computer and play ball and play back into the, game of monkey in the middle. And all of the normal people are the monkey in the middle. And they're just playing ball over our heads. But don't do anything about it, because then don't try to grab the ball and actually win. No, that's not how you play this game. Let us just throw the ball over your head. I want to sit behind my computer. Hi guys, but oh my gosh, don't go out there and tell them that. Don't go to and walk around with a cross, hold it to them and say, hey, you want some food?
Chud has been excommunicated from his racist cult. So, his life just keep on getting much worse. If that means it's getting, if your life is getting worse because you are excommunicated from a racist cult, then you got some severe issues, man. Now, I will say, again, this might sound sacrilegious here, right? But he made some good points when it comes to Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes sits behind his desk and he screams and he don't make himself available. He hides because he understands the reality that's waiting for him. And Chud is probably, Chud is probably going to be an example.
He's going to be an example. They're going to
For
make an
Nick
example like
Fuentes.
that.
I'm telling you this. Chud, they're going to make an example out of Chud. I don't know who. I don't advocate for it.
They're going to bust your ass. They're going to put that fire on your ass.
Advocate for anybody, right, committing any act of violence. I disavow all acts of violence. If you go out and put yourself in this situation, somebody is going to out crazy you. And I feel like when it happens to Chud, the other dudes like Nick Fuentes and others, they're going to get the message. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? How do y'all feel, man? All right, how long y'all give Chud until Chud gets back to the abyss of the internet? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this.
Hey, we're going to check out this other poetic.
This Dana White Breakfast Club appearance was an absolute nightmare. He started panicking, hyperventilating. When he started to ask the hard questions, he was stuttering and didn't know what to do. They absolutely cooked him. The first thing they interrogated him about was his relationship to Trump and all the horrible things Trump is doing. Now, if you're Dana White, you kind of have to expect them to ask you about Trump. I wasn't surprised they asked that question, but I was surprised at how unprepared Dana White was to answer the question. Now, another question they asked that I was actually shocked this time around they did ask was Dana White putting hands on his wife. They asked about Dana White slapping his wife on camera in that video. Now, another question that if you're Dana White, shocked they asked, but you have to be expecting it. I was also very shocked at how unprepared Dana White's answer was.
You know, you were on the Katie Miller podcast, and you said in regards to your relationship with Trump and has it cost the UFC business, you said, I don't know the answer to that question. I've gotten to a point in my life, especially after COVID and all that nutty that went on during that time, that I only want to be in business with and talk to people that I'm aligned with.
Well, I don't know about talk to people that I'm aligned, but I want to do business with people that I'm aligned with, for sure.
Aligned with Trump on what exactly?
Well, Trump is a good friend of mine. I mean, I've been friends with him for 25 years. Friends. I mean, he just happened to become the president of the United States. And he and I have never had he had us at the Trump Taj Mahal. When we first bought this company, the stigma that was attached to this thing, you can imagine, think about this, it wasn't allowed on pay-per-view. You as a grown adult didn't have the option to buy it on pay-per-view. Porn was on pay-per-view. The UFC was not allowed. That was the uphill battle we had. So you can imagine venues didn't want us because these guys were like, what kind of people will show up to watch this kind of an event? And he had us at the Trump Taj Mahal for the first two fights. 30 and 31, UFC 30 and 31, and then after we did this, he showed up for the first fight of the night events, and you think the Trump brand then and the UFC brand, and every good thing that ever happened to me in my career after that, he was always the first guy to reach out.
The answer at first appeared to be pretty concrete, and it felt like an answer that Dana White's PR team kind of wrote up for him. Hey, man, if anybody asks you about all the horrible things that Trump is doing and you being linked to it, just say he's your friend and you're just being loyal. But Charlamagne the God, and I have to give Charlamagne credit, and I don't give him credit enough, but Charlamagne the God has really sharpened up his skills, man. Charlamagne the God was able to talk Dana White into a corner. Because the thing is, Dana White and a lot of these dudes who are actually far right, they love to masquerade as middle of the road. I'm a moderate, you know what, I'm kind of left-leaning. But none of these dudes are left-leaning, none of these dudes are moderates. These dudes are alt-right, far-right extremists, all of them, right? But they love to pretend as if they're middle of the road. So challenging that. And challenging I'm left-leaning, I'm actually moderate, I don't know why they call me far-right. He challenged that, and he forced Dana White into a corner with it.
I'm trying to hear what the hell they going on with this, because if Charlamagne talked him into a corner, I want to know how he
Dana White had to do either one of two things. Admit Trump is actually horrible and that Trump is doing some evil things, or admit that you are a hypocrite.
It's ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
Great. So then when he was running in 16, he called me and asked me, would you speak for me at the Republican convention? And everybody told me not to.
I understand that, you know, that's your friend. But when your friend has a disapproval rating of 62%, right? Record high. People say they don't like his handling of the Iran war, the economy, cost of living for people. Why can't you tell your friend he's failing the people? As a friend.
Well, everybody has friends that you do. Doesn't mean you're not friends with them anymore. That doesn't mean that you.
Oh, no, I didn't say you shouldn't be friends with him. I just said, why can't you tell your friend he's failing the people? Because these are the same people who make UFC a success. Everyday working class people who support your sport.
You're never going to have a president that sits in the White House that everybody approves 100% of everything they do, and not everything is always going to be perfect. You're going to have some things that work out great and a lot of things that don't. It's no different than running a business or any other thing. Nobody's ever going to be absolutely perfect.
Oh, I agree.
When they're the president of the United States.
Can you tell your friend when he?
Yeah, we talk about a lot of things, but I don't try to get into.
Trust me, he just began stuttering. It's just heating up. He already started with the or, talking like Poetic Flacco. Bro, you don't stutter. That's me. The or. Nah, you don't stutter. Why are you stuttering now? But it's just beginning. The weasel even try to go with the, I don't get into politics like. You endorsed them. You co-signed them, right? You told the people to vote for them. This is, they're treating this like, listen, man, I don't agree with everything my friends do, but I still support. Bro, it's not like your friend stole